Запрошуємо до слова.
Now the floor is given to Colonel Maksym Prauta, Ministry of Defense of Ukraine spokesperson on ATO-related issues. Welcome. Good afternoon. During the last 24 hours, the militants of Russian occupation forces continued consciously to violate ceasefire regime, and the number of shellings of positions of our defenders increased. In the Lugansk sector, the enemy was the most active here. 19 long-term precision shellings in the direction of our defenders were recorded. The majority of them are in Svetlodarsk Bulge. In the morning and during the day, militants of Russian occupation forces delivered short-term shellings using grenade launchers of different systems, large caliber machine guns and other types of infantry weapons in the direction of defenders of Zalizna, Lugansk, Valinovo and Krimsk. Starting 4 p.m. until midnight, there was a significant intensification of enemy activity, and the enemy delivered fire with the use of 120 and 82 millimeter mortars. The enemy repeatedly delivered fire at our defenders of Lugansk, Troitsk, Krymsk, and Svetlodarsk, and the occupants supported mortar shellings of the aforementioned positions and also near Novo-Alexandrivka with active fire with the use of grenade launchers, large caliber machine guns, and other types of infantry weapons. At night in the region of Lugansk, also IFV weaponry was used by the enemy, and the Ukrainian armed forces returned fire at enemy provocations, and they used weapons that are not prohibited by the Minsk agreements. In the Donetsk sector, 1 precision enemy shellings was recorded. It was near Tramchuk, and at about 9 the enemy delivered fire with the use of large caliber machine guns and small arms. On the whole, during the last 24 hours, 20 precision shellings of our positions were recorded. And at that, the enemy launched at our defenders 70 mines of 120 millimeter of caliber and about 150 mines of 82 millimeter of caliber. Our defenders, servicemen of the armed forces of Ukraine, 8 times returned fire with the use of weapons that are not prohibited by the Minsk agreements. In the result of enemy shelling, 1 Ukrainian serviceman was wounded. 1 more serviceman was traumatized in action. They were delivered to medical institutions. The state of health of 1 of the servicemen is heavy, and another serviceman is in satisfactory condition. Now they are provided with all necessary qualified help. According to information provided by the main intelligence department of MOD, Russian Occupation Command implement measures to strengthen control and to prevent machinations with the accountable items in the detachments and units of so-called 1st and 2nd Army Corps of Russian occupation forces. In connection with the increase in the number of combat exercises of the occupants and the systemic salary arrears, there are now more instances of misappropriation of funds and material items by separate officials, and also to temporarily occupy territories of Donbas, 2 units and detachments of the enemy, the officers of South Military District representatives came, and the main aim of the work of the Commission is to check signs of check of significant spendings of funds in the course of reservist training and mobilization actions in the units of Russian occupation forces. Other events in the course of the working visit to Germany in the framework of participation in the 54th Munich Security Conference, President of Ukraine Petro Poroshenko held a meeting with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, and during the meeting they discussed the main issues concerning prospects of deployment of UN peacekeeping mission in Donbas. The interlocutors agreed that the main task of the future UNO mission should be provision of full peaceful settlement of the situation in Donbas and restoration of sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine in its internationally recognized borders. On the 16th of February, in the course of working visit to ATO zone, Minister of Defense of Ukraine, General of the Army of Ukraine Stepan Poltorak greeted servicemen of the servicemen of 46 detached battalion of specialized purpose Donbas, Ukraine, that defend our country from Russian aggression, where the 54th Detached Mechanized Brigade of Operative Command East with the 3rd anniversary. The head of Defense Ministry awarded 168 servicemen of this unit with awards and bonus payments. And I would like to say that the commendation awards from the ministry were provided to 450 servicemen and workers of armed forces of Ukraine. And from the start of ATO, state awards were provided to 50,954 and commendation awards from the ministry to 51,303 servicemen and workers of the armed forces of Ukraine, ATO participants. And according to information of the Department of Staff Policy of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, as of 14th of February, the status of combat action participant was provided to 223,656 servicemen and workers of the armed forces of Ukraine who participated in ATO. Do you have questions? No questions? Thank you.